Do it again, do it again. We are the other people, we are the other people, we are the other people, you're the other people too. Find a way to get to you.
Hello. And hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Other People, where Andy and I will give you several minutes of uncomfortable and unusual silence, either because we're stuck in mid-thought or maybe I'm just stuck in mid-stutter. Either way, we hope to provide you with some form of entertainment, whether it's informative or us just babbling about shit that nobody else really seems to care about. I'm your host, as always, Jordan, and joining me today, once again, is my good friend, Andy.
Hello.
So I went around online and, well, I mean, just for like a few minutes, I was trying to see if I could find any interesting or like brand new news stories, be they video game or movie worthy. And there's just so much random shit that people post that it's so hard to tell, like, what's legitimate and what's just people just talking out their asses about how, oh, this is what's going to be in for the next Marvel Avengers movie, or hey, this is what Marvel's doing, or hey, check out this video game related news. It's not really video game related at all, and it's just like, okay, I don't know what the fuck is going on, and I'm not a professional, so fuck that.
And so, we'll probably end up just talking about random shit, is what you're saying.
As usual. Well, there was a news story that I heard a while ago from Rage Select about how I guess there are people doing a reality show trying to... Okay, have you heard this story about the Atari ET game?
Probably not.
Okay, basically there was a big news story, or just a rumor, nobody's really sure if it's true or not, where after the Atari ET game came out, it was such a horrible bomb that Atari took several thousand cartridges and buried them out in the middle of the desert.
Oh, yeah, that one I heard of.
Yeah. Well, there's this reality show that's going to see if they can find it.
Why?
Yeah, exactly.
Why?
Exactly. I mean, first of all, the game was a piece of shit. I know. I played it. I was a kid. We owned it. It wasn't very good. Well, yeah, I mean, it was pretty customary of the Atari. So, so we had it. And
they had some good games and some not so good games.
I remember, what was that tank game? It was called like Battlegrounds or something like that, or War, or actually I think it was just called Tanks. And it was either a 1 to 2 player versus game. There really wasn't that much to it, but I remember it being a shit ton of fun. So
yeah, it's the one I'm thinking about. Wasn't it just basically 2 tanks and you were trying to destroy each other?
Yeah, you would shoot each other back and forth, pretty much. And I remember there was Asteroids. There was a really, really low-res version of Pac-Man on there, but we had it.
Oh, yeah.
There were some racing games. There was a version of Defender on there. I think there was a version of the Star Wars arcade game on there. It was just very, very, very low res and just very low quality.
But that was kind of the early days of home video games, so
yeah. And I mean, E.T. took people really want to find this? I mean, who cares? I mean, the game was a piece of shit. And I mean, if you actually, knew how to play it and knew what you were supposed to do, you could beat the game in about a half hour, apparently.
That's if you didn't end up screwing yourself.
Yeah, which, again, just kind of raised the question of, why would you even want to play this? But, oh, well. And why are people looking for it? Like, well, like just to prove, like, hey, it does exist, and yeah, here are several 100,000 copies of a piece of shit game that came out in the '80s, and was part of the reason why there was a video game crash.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so apparently that's quote unquote newsworthy.
Newsworthy to somebody.
I suppose. Well, and again, I mean, it's the internet, so that's
Yeah.
what happens. Okay, so
Sadly, I could kind of see that happening.
yeah,
Being an actual reality show. I mean, Lord, they just renewed Honey Boo Boo for another season.
Christ. Yes, and thank you so much for reminding me about that. I mean, I've never seen this show. I don't care. I mean, I don't watch reality TV in general. Because as far as I'm concerned, it's not reality.
Well,
It's
no,
a
it's all
made-up reality.
scripted shit. Or it's like people that in real life you would beat the shit out of.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I, in all honesty, I'm surprised Child Protection Services hasn't knocked on Boom's mother's door and demand for the child to get it away from her.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there are a lot of things that can surprise you. Okay, so real quickly, I just wanted to say, as part of the show, I know that for the longest time we've been doing these pretty much just whenever we wanted, maybe like once a month, or just, or just like whenever, we really felt like it. So, I just wanted to make it apparent that we are going to try and make this a once a week thing from now on, where we're just going to get together over the weekend and we're going to record with whatever news or info, or maybe, or just whatever it is that we're going to talk about. We're not going to go on for too long. I mean, we'll go on for, let's say our stopping time would be like an hour. Like let's try to
we're
keep
gonna
it
try to
into
keep it to that anyway.
Huh?
We're gonna try and keep it to that anyway.
Yeah. Well, I am. Well, yeah. I mean, since I'm the one with the recorder, and so that actually tells me exactly how long we're going. And so I was like, oh, okay, it's been about an hour. How about we stop here, or or we can take a break or whatever.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about what exactly have you been up to? I mean, have you been playing any new games or any new movies or anything like that been going on with you, buddy?
No, pretty much just been playing Skyrim. Again.
Have you beaten it already, or?
Oh, that's the kind of game you don't ever really beat.
Yeah.
I mean, you beat the main quest and everything, but then it just kind of keeps going and you do random shit.
Yeah. Have you beaten the main quest then?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I still haven't. I keep on side questing, and then every time, and then pretty much every time I say to myself, I should really play some more Skyrim, and then I hop back in. But all I really like to do is just go around and explore and try to craft and such. But in order to do that, you have to try to find a new places to explore, and that would mean I have to run out to the middle of nowhere and try to
find shit.
And then I just kind of get bored.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to do that. Oh well.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like an old joke that I think X-Play did back when Oblivion. And it's like, it's like, you want to play a game that's going to, you want to go on a vacation for a week, a month, a year, longer?
Yeah.
That's basically kind of what Skyrim is here.
Well, I mean, that's
or any Bethesda game for a matter of fact.
Well, really, I mean, that's just about any game that involves a deep level of customization and exploration.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, hell, I mean,
it has a main quest, but you get sidetracked real easy.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, let's see, main quest. Like, ooh, going to explore.
Yeah. Like, hell, I've heard stories from Rage Select, from Jason, who will be playing some Minecraft. He'll start playing at 6 o'clock at night, and then next thing he knows, it's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. And
You know,
you're
it's
just like,
oh,
what the hell happened?
yeah. And I've played Minecraft and I've played Terraria. Both games where it's just crafting, and nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Which which is something you'd think that I would really love, but I played it and got kind of bored and was like, well, this is really all there is to it, and really this just doesn't catch my interest. So
We like crafting and all that, but we want a story behind the damn thing too.
yeah, and I think there might be a story in Terraria. I mean, I'm not entirely sure. I still have Terraria and Minecraft on my 360. I just haven't played them in a while.
Yeah.
I do have a couple of newish games that I added to my collection. I added Hitman Absolution to my 360, mostly because they were advertising on there like, hey, you're a gold member, you can have this for free. It's like, oh,
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I played that game for maybe an hour or two, and yeah, I mean, it was pretty damn good. Okay.
Yeah. Things like that. It's kind of hard to say no to free.
Yeah. Well.
Unless the game really sucks.
Yeah. And quite a while ago, I bought a copy of the original Far Cry 3, and I've been playing a bit of that. That game's a lot of fun. And I've been doing a brand new full Let's Play that I'm not really going to talk about here because I don't know why, but I kind of want to keep it a secret. It's not really anything too special. It's just because a while ago I did the full quote-unquote Let's Play of the demo for Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally beat it. And I mean, yeah, it's a stealth game, but some of the mechanics to it have just been kind of changed, or I mean, they feel like they've been kind of changed and overhauled a little bit, like the camera control on it. Like,
and not in a good way.
Yeah.
What you're getting at here.
I mean, my main problem with it was that every single time I was hiding behind cover, and then I would want to try to, have some sort of vantage point, because, I mean, it's still a third-person game. And at least you have control of your camera, so you'd think that that would give you better visibility to be able to see your enemies, but it doesn't. It really doesn't. And it was such a pain in the ass. It was no fun, at least not for me anyway, whatsoever. And, okay, everybody knows the big controversy about the game, the fact that it's basically an hour-long demo that you have to pay for. So, and I still think that's bullshit, and I didn't enjoy the game. And so, in order to kind of wash my mouth out with that, I decided, well, how about I do a Let's Play of a stealth action game that I actually really liked? I mean, aside from the original Metal Gear Solid.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been kind of doing that. I got like the first 2 parts recorded. I'm just waiting for a friend of mine, QuickKick, to do up some cover art for me, and then I'm gonna edit all that together, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yep.
And then today I bought a game off of Steam. It's still in very early. It's still in early access. It's called Dungeons of the Endless. Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's tower defense RPG, sort of dungeon crawler, quote unquote space game where it takes place in the future, and you're on a ship that crash lands, and then you're having to try to survive and try to move from level to level with your power core from your ship.
Mm-hmm.
And you move from room to room, and you build defenses, and then you meet new comrades who are able to help you out. And I'm really enjoying it. I mean, I don't normally like tower defense games at all, because Well, I mean, obviously, my main problem with tower defense is that as you go into the levels, soon it doesn't seem to matter how well you try to change up your strategy or what new defenses or equipment that you try to add or build up.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, you just get overrun and then you just lose.
Yep.
And at least with this game, it doesn't feel like it's all about tower defense for the most part. I mean, the main object of the game is to try to find the exit and then grab your power core and then get it to the exit, and which will take you to the next level of the game.
Mm-hmm.
The tower defense parts are where you can, build up your energy and you can level up all the different characters that you acquire, and then you just build up your defenses.
Okay.
For right now on Steam, there are 2 copies of it that are still in early access. The version I bought goes for about $9.57, and it's the game that comes with a copy of the soundtrack, and then there's another version that goes for $15 that I think if you buy it, comes with all that same stuff, and then I think you get an additional character that's unlocked and some other stuff too. Pretty damn good. And of course, I saw this game once again on the Rage Select channel. So yeah, I'm glad I bought it, and I'm still playing it too. Really damn good. It's really enjoyable. Really enjoyable.
Good. Oh, I also just recently bought the first 2 seasons of The Simpsons on DVD.
Oh, cool, cool.
For, I think $5 at Walmart.
Oh, cool.
So.
And
I would have gotten 3, 4, and 5, but they didn't have 3 and 4.
Yeah. Hell,
I'm kind of a little OCD about getting things in order.
oh yeah, me too. I mean, when I first heard about that show, Big Bang Theory, I had seen like a couple episodes. I think from maybe later season 1 or later like season 2 or something like that. And then I went out to try to buy the first 2 seasons. And wouldn't you know, they had all the other seasons, but season 1. It's like, God damn it, really? Why? That makes no sense. And I would just like to say, I've heard there are quite a lot of people, I guess, who really don't like the Big Bang Theory, and I can kind of understand why, because it kind of assumes that, oh, this is what geeks are like, and kind of clutches on to that stereotype. And
yeah. In which there are geeks out there like that, but most of them aren't.
There are. And what I will say about the show is that the reason I like it is at least it's actually funny. At least it's actually enjoyable. I mean, every other sitcom I've ever seen, How I Met Your Mother, and however other many sitcom shows, and okay, I don't watch a lot of TV anymore. I mean, I haven't watched television for the most part, probably for the last couple of years, and it's not because like, oh, I think television is beneath me or anything like that. No, it's because I'm always on my computer nowadays.
You're usually doing other shit.
Yeah, I mean, like either I'm on my computer or I'm playing a video game of mine.
Yeah.
Well, and it's also
or working.
Yeah.
Don't forget working.
And it is also due to the fact too that that my cable connection box no longer stays connected to my television, and I've just never really gotten around to just having it replaced or anything like that, because I figure like I don't really care about watching television that much to begin with. So, there's that.
And most of it's just the same old stuff. It's a lot of reality shows. And
Yeah. Well, and
Other bullshit.
there seems to be a lot more reality shows. And and well, some of them can be legit, or at least interesting or charming in some way. Like there's that show, The Little People, that my grandmother watches sometimes, which is just about just two little people just going about their lives, just having a family, and working and and just trying to be a happy family.
Yeah.
As opposed to the dysfunctional, quote unquote, celebrity bullshit that you see with some of these other shows like the Kardashians or anything else
started
like that.
Don't get me started on the Kardashians. What the
well,
heck
they're
are
all
they famous for anyway?
well.
It's like Paris Hilton. What the hell has she done that has made her famous?
She gave an incredible blowjob. I will admit that. She really knows how to suck dick. That I will say.
Well, that and apparently her dad's filthy stinking rich.
Well, they are the Hiltons.
Yeah.
So. But yeah,
I mean.
No, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
But seriously, it's like shit like that. It's just you wonder why.
Well, apparently, a lot of people don't really need a good reason to be famous now, and that's famous in a bad way. So I mean, nobody really even actually likes Paris Hilton. I mean, and for like anybody who does, they're probably just thinking the whole time, "Dude, I totally want to fuck her."
Yeah, that's probably sadly the truth more often than not.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, who cares? Who cares?
Yeah.
I was gonna say something before your little mini rant, but I can't remember what it was.
Sorry.
You made me lose track, Andy. Oh well. But this whole reality television, and I remember about when it started was about the mid-90s with the quote-unquote real world and shit like that. And I remember not even caring about it or even liking it then. I mean, I remember, well, I mean, it was mostly because my first thought was like, where are my cartoons?
Yeah.
I don't want to watch this. And, and it was, and it was loaded with fake, made up drama and just people being assholes to each other. People not being able to get along because, oh, well, you didn't do your part of the dishes. Like, well, I'm a self-entitled, selfish bitch, so go fuck yourself. I hate you. I hate this world.
I hate you all.
Okay, people don't act like that. Children act like that, and that's what those people are. They're all just children.
Yeah, that's what it kind of comes down to, is a lot of these so-called reality stars are just basically a bunch of grown-up children.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not even reality, because if it was, it'd be boring. It would be absolutely boring. Like, it'd probably be several minutes, and bear in mind, I mean, they probably edit those shows to shit. I mean, they probably have to edit the crap out of them, because I'm sure, like, a camera following one person in probably the span of maybe a few hours, they're sleeping, they get up, they go to the bathroom, which I'm sure they can't show on television, them reading a book, them having something to eat,
them just sitting there doing
thinking.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Them, maybe, just sitting down and thinking about their life, wondering, where did I go wrong? Maybe it was right about that time when I signed that contract for MTV that I agreed to be on this show and allowed my life to be on camera every single day for 24 hours. I wish I was dead. That's about how I
Survivor
would
didn't-
feel.
Yeah. Survivor didn't help matters either.
Mm-mm. Nope. Now you had your Survivor, and now you have all these other semi-reality contest shows.
Mhm.
You know, you have. I mean, at least some of them can be kind of entertaining, like the Dancing with the Stars, but those people aren't really stars. Maybe some of them used to be pretty big. Now some of them are pretty
Yeah, most
low.
of them are former child stars like Danny Bonaducci.
Oh Jesus,
Yeah.
well, I guess it really shouldn't surprise me that he was on that show. Yeah, he had his.
I don't think he was on that show. Or maybe he was. I don't know. I don't really keep track of that shit.
Yeah, he had his own short-lived reality show too that ended with him and his wife having a fight because she had some strippers over, and then he freaked out. Yeah, it was. I mean,
Yeah.
and I mean, it felt like it was just made up drama just for the sake of we need drama in this show.
You guys are boring. We're going to have some strippers come in. It's like, okay, whatever.
Okay, I don't care. Why not? And then
You're going to have a breakdown because of it. It's like, okay, whatever, just keep paying me.
and Hulk Hogan had his own reality show.
Uh-huh.
Didn't his daughter have a spin-off reality TV show too?
No, I believe she started a record label. Or at least tried to, like, produce an album or something.
Well, I mean, I know she wanted to be a singer, and Hulk Hogan got the guy who created one of the boy bands, Backstreet Boys or NSYNC, I don't care which.
It's kind of interchangeable, really.
And then I guess a couple of years after that, he got he was arrested and got thrown in jail because there were a lot of accusations of him being a pedophile and him trying to avoid taxes, which really doesn't shock me.
Nope.
Really doesn't shock me at all. Yeah.
And there's like a couple of the competition ones that I do like, but usually when it's judged by actual experts in this thing, like there's a couple on sci-fi that I do, like Face Off and the new one, the Jim Henson's Creature Shop.
Yeah, that's mostly when they're just trying to create, obviously the special effects stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, which actually looks like it could be fun and interesting.
Yeah, and it actually is.
And
the Face Off is more about, just makeup and things, and the Jim Henson is, well, it's Jim Henson. It's animatronics at its best. He's the one who kind of founded that whole thing.
Yeah. And I imagine those are all sci-fi produced.
Yeah.
Yeah. As opposed to their usual schlock. It's a sci-fi original movie, so you know it's shit.
And they're getting better at it, though. Kind of. Sort of. Not really.
Either way, I don't care. I mean, I haven't cared for the last couple of years because it seems every other sci-fi original produced movie they've done, it's the same shit. It's giant monster versus giant monster now.
Yeah.
Or it's just some other ridiculous premise with horrible CGI effects.
It's usually whatever the flavor of the year is. Like, a few years ago, they were doing a whole bunch of zombie movies.
Mm-hmm.
Then they were doing a whole bunch of disaster movies.
Mm-hmm. And now it's giant monster versus giant monster movies.
Yeah.
And then
they ain't doing things like Sharknado.
Oh God. It's just so. It's so dumb. It's whatever. It's just my brain just went numb.
Hey everybody, I suddenly realized that we didn't do a proper send out for episode whatever one this is. And sadly, Andy could not join me right now because it was very late when I called him. So let me just take this time out to say that I hope that you guys enjoyed this rendition, and we actually got 2 episodes out of this one. So, and I would like to try to keep them short, and you can expect us to keep doing this at least every week, perhaps over the weekends, because that's when I'll have a lot more free time available. So hope you guys enjoyed. Let us know what you thought in the comments, and we will see you guys next time. Enjoy from the other people. Good night.